We welcome you back to our special edition of CBS 11 News at 6 o'clock, COVID and the classroom. The school year hasn't started for a lot of districts out there, but the debate over STAAR testing in the spring is well underway. The I-Team found that no matter what decision the state ends up making, it is going to cost tens of millions of dollars in taxpayer money. Here's Ginger Allen.
Many lawmakers, superintendents, and teachers associations have come out against holding STAAR testing in the spring. But others say now is not the time to make that decision. We recently spoke with state representatives on both sides of this issue.
It's going to be an inappropriate measure of where we are. We are starting behind this year. We're going to be playing catch up all year long.
How to safely educate my child virtually or in a classroom. That's what the focus needs to be. We can deal with STAAR tests down the road.
The governor says he does not want to cancel the STAAR before he sees how schools operate this fall. But the I-Team has learned that waiting to make that decision could come at a cost. After Governor Abbott suspended the STAAR in March, the state still had to pay $55 million of its $75 million contract with the test provider. And there's another contract coming due. We found it buried in TEA records. I will explain that for you coming up tonight at 10.
Look forward to seeing that, Ginger. Thank you. And while the debate whether to even administer the STAAR test is ongoing, the grade promotion requirement, so you know, that's tied to the exam will be waived. This does impact students in 5th and 8th grades. It's for the upcoming school year only. Governor Abbott says waiving the requirement basically gives students and teachers more flexibility as schools continue to deal with COVID-19 situations. And as students across North Texas approach the new and some might say challenging school year, another challenge facing parents is how to get their children back on a good sleep schedule. Brooke has the story for us in our Ones for Wellness tonight.
Put on your PJs.
Trying to get your children to sleep on time
we're not tired.
is going to take a lot more effort this time around.
There are 3 things we can't force our kids to do, despite the fact that we want them to do it. We want them to sleep, we want them to eat, and we want them to go to the bathroom.
Dr. Brandy Roan is a sleep specialist at UNT Health Science Center. She says while research shows we are sleeping more during the pandemic, it also found that sleep schedules are way off for everyone.
There's data to show that there's been kind of a shift in sleep schedule suggesting individuals are following their weekend or even their summertime kind of schedule.
She says parents should start now by slowly moving up wake times.
Right now, everybody's not getting up until 10, but you know you need to have them up by 7:30. Ideally, you don't want to shift any more than about 15 to 20 minutes every 3 days.
A good bedtime routine helps everyone, not just the kids. For example, dim the lights before bedtime. That decreases the production of melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep-wake cycles. Getting electronics out of the room. Finding activities that settle your brain, like reading or coloring. And finally, don't allow naps.
You plan things for times that you know they're likely to try to doze off.
There's no question the pandemic has already increased stress and anxiety. A good sleep will help alleviate that anxiety, helping children concentrate better, pay attention to schoolwork, and retain knowledge.
Our Brooke Katz reporting for us tonight. And for parents, Dr. Roan says it is important to remember that you cannot control when they sleep, but you can control when they wake up. You might have a cranky child for a few days, but they say it'll be well worth it when the schedule finally ends up settling in. Be sure to stay with CBS 11 for all your back-to-school needs. We got you covered. Just go to cbsdfw.com/back-to-school. Once you get there, you can click on that COVID and the classroom icon, and there, all the resources that we have assembled for parents and teachers and students, as well as new guidance for schools.